Yo, what's good everybody? This your boy Boscoff and welcome back to Boscoff Plays. Got another news update for Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. There was an interview actually that was put out today from the creators over at Dimps, and there was the guy from the actual company, and then there was the translator. But I'm just gonna give y'all real quick the information from what I know from basically the stuff that what they said. If y'all want to watch the actual video, y'all want to listen to me talk, I'll put the link in the video in the description. But just real quick, let's get right into this. Here's what I know so far. So the first question that was asked from Dimps was what game modes will be available. Now, also before I really do get into this, I want to take into consideration that even if you watch the video, a lot of the stuff was really hard to decode what they're saying, mostly because the translator's English was good, but it was so loud in there that I could barely hear, so it was kind of hard to hear a lot of stuff. And then also plus some of the stuff that he was saying, like it was inaudible, like I really couldn't understand it. So some of the stuff I might miss some stuff, but like I said, this is just what I know now. So getting into that, just so you already know, the game modes that they said will be available are the single player game modes. You can battle with other players, so I'm obviously the online play. They said there's co-op battle, which probably means either one or two things. You can play online with the story mode, or you can play online with 2v2 like that. And they say you can interact with other players online. I'll get to that in a second. And another question the next question that was asked, they asked the city where players meet Trunks. They asked them to elaborate on that more, like what can we expect to find in that. They said you can expect to find other players in the game. So that the scan that I showed y'all yesterday about how I seen more than one created character, this is what they were talking about. So I was right. So you guys can actually interact with other players. They said also if you want to, basically it's kind of like a hub room, you know. You go in there, you interact with other players or whatever, and they said like if you wanted to challenge a player, like if you see somebody and be like, oh shit, they look strong, I'm trying to battle their ass, you can go ahead and do that. You can challenge them, and you can also invite them to co-op. So I think that's what you actually do, the co-op. So it's looking really a lot like Battle of Z. The next question, not Battle of Z, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Dragon Ball Online. The next question that was asked, they asked, will the gameplay be more like Tenkaichi or Battle of Z? This is what I was waiting for somebody to ask, and this is what I'm waiting for them to answer. They said, you know, first they started off with, they said Dimps is the company that created Budokai, which was the best selling in Dragon Ball series, blah blah blah, yada yada. And basically it boiled down to them saying if they had to choose one, they would probably say it'd be more like Battle. Shit, no. I am so focused on, I don't even know. They said it would be more like Budokai Tenkaichi, and they said the reason of that is because they're focusing on 1v1, not the team aspect of the game. You can go in and do co-op, that's cool and all, but they said their main focus is the 1v1. So I'm hoping, I swear to God, like I told y'all last video, if y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. I told y'all if this turns out how I think it's going to turn out, because this shit, the customization shit and the online shit, it's already fucking great. But if they make this shit actually like the Budokai Tenkaichi, the shit that we know and love that we used to play, I promise I'll stop playing and complaining about Dragon Ball Z games, because this will be the best one I've ever played. Seriously. Let's move on. Next question. They said, do the custom characters progress? And of course, I mean, well, I'm not saying of course. They said of course. They said you can improve separate skills. So probably like your ki, your attacks, your specials, all that. Let's move on. They said how many characters without transformations will be added to the game. This is also another question that I was waiting on to be answered, because one thing I hate about video games, especially video games nowadays, is that when they put out games, especially games like this, Naruto for example, the biggest example, is they count transformations and they count different forms of one person as a different character. I hate when they do that. Stop counting it, because honestly they're doing that in Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X looks like a great game. If y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. It looks like a great game, but but they have like variations of each character, and the variations add about like some move or a new skill set or something like this. They're still counting those as different characters. I hate when they do that, because then that fucks with my brain. Naruto, once again, for example, that's the most recent example. You tell us there's going to be over 100 characters, and there isn't over 100 characters. There's about 70 characters with almost 30 of the same people, different forms of the same people. So it sucks. So I was glad they asked this question, and they said they don't have a specific number yet, but they did say that they were mainly focusing on the Z series, and I'm definitely going to get into that later on, because remember how in the last video I talked about how I thought GT was going to be in there, but they said for right now they're focusing on the main Z series. So whether that means they're focusing on the Z series and just literally Dragon Ball Z, or the Z series and all the movies in Dragon Ball Z, who knows? But I mean, GT could be added as a DLC later, but we don't know. Next question they asked, they said, what can players expect from missions? And they said something happened in the timeline of the history, and that's why Trunks is sending the characters back, because you have to figure out what happens. Of course, they can't give us all the information, but you know, that's what's up. And the final question for all you PC users that's probably been wondering, hey, is this going to be out for PC? I love PC, blah, 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 blah. It's an actual good question. They asked them if it's going to be out for PC, and they said at this time, no. They said it's only going to be on the consoles, which are Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and PS4. But they said if the demand is high enough, they will have to consider putting it on PC, because they're using their goddamn brains. They're actually tending to the fans, because you know this is what the fans want. The fans are gonna play this. The fans are the ones that's giving y'all money, and other video games, especially CC2, needs to start taking notes from Dimps, because as far as video game characters, video game companies so far, Dimps is the only one that I've seen that's actually been like, oh, this is what they actually want. We should do that. And as far as all this shit that I'm saying right now, it looks like that's what they're doing. All I'm asking for is this battle system is so fucking great. I promise y'all, I will never talk about another Dragon Ball game ever again. I pinky promise. Now, to move on to the thing where they said, especially they were just gonna get into, they were just gonna focus on the Z series. A couple of people have commented. I know there was a YouTube user, Burkle, and what's his name? DeAndre Glover. What's up, y'all? What's good? They had commented. Burkle commented that skin that I showed y'all, where it showed the Shadow Dragon Nova. That was supposedly a scan for Battle Royale, and yeah, so it was, what was it, Battle Zenkai Royale? What is that game called? Zenkai Battle Royale. Yes, that was just a scan for that, and this proves it right here. I'm about to show y'all a video. Check this video out. This is the actual scan for it. If y'all notice, in the back of that scan, it's like a mat, or it's like another paper or something, and it has all of the Shadow Dragons you just seen Vegeta. But on the side, there's the picture I told you. That's Nova Shinron, and then you can see behind it, there's another Shadow Dragon, the green one right there. So I don't think this actually was a part of the actual scan. I think that was another scan for Zenkai Battle Royale. If that was a scan for Xenoverse, I really hope so, because I swear I love GT. I don't know why people keep disregarding GT. Nobody likes GT, blah blah blah, it sucked, whatever. Okay, that's cool, but as a whole, you know, whenever I think of Dragon Ball as a series, I think of from the time Goku was little to the time where he left with the dragon to go God knows where. So I don't know. This is a really interesting find, because I mean, like I said, a couple of people had commented on that and told me about it. I got a message on my Facebook page from DeAndre, and then Burkle commented on my video last time. So this is really interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about the interview. Like I said, link to that will be in the description box. That's all I got for today. I'll holler at y'all. I got a video coming up for y'all playing some Watch Dogs. Also, for all my YouTube subscribers out there, anybody that's new, I'm gonna be hopping on the 360 tonight. If anybody out there that got Soul Calibur 5, I'm playing that right now. I'll be playing that about, we'll say I'll get on like at 8:30 Central Time. So that means if you're on the East Coast, that'll be 9:30 your time. If you're on the West Coast, that'll be, y'all are 2 hours behind, so that'll be like 6:30 y'all time. So if anybody wants to hop on Soul Calibur 5 with me, I'll be on tonight around 8:30. My my username for Xbox Live is Russian Eldo Hobo. I put my name in the description box. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what y'all know, what y'all think about this video. If y'all have any more information for me, please let me know, because I'll most likely put it out the next day. And like I said, I do everything on the channel I do for you guys, because you keep coming back, you keep showing me love and support, and I appreciate that from y'all. But I gotta get out of here and make this other video for you guys, and I'll holler at y'all later. Don't forget, I'll be on Xbox Live, Soul Calibur 5, 8:30 Central Time. Holler at y'all later. Peace.